Here is my plaster book, which I just finished creating, and I am so proud of it. So I wanted to just show you this book as it is before I start to do any creative work in this book. Just wanted to show you how it looks like blank. So this is how it looks. Look at the spine. I did this with some silver wares, and I have bound it with a leather cord. So let's start opening it and let's have a look at this. I love every bit of this book. I enjoyed creating this so much, and I found a tutorial on Jean Oliver's site, which is where I learned how to create this. So you can definitely go and check it out if you like this, and you can also give it a try. So the cover of the book I created with a discarded Amazon box. So you can see it here. This is the thick cardboard, which is what I have used to create the front and the back of the book, and I have added some plaster gauze, and the inside of the book is also with some of the texture paste. This is how it looks. Both front and back are just the same, and I've added the plaster gauze only on the front cover and on the back cover. I love this porous effect of this cover. All right, so let's start opening. So I created a pocket in the first cover, and I've just kept some scraps of paper that I think I will be using while working in this book, and added just a little touch of color while adding the plaster on top of the page. So each of the page of this book is created by using canvas cloth, which I had a huge roll lying around for a very long time, almost like I think 8 years or so, which I have used a lot, but still there was a lot left. So each of these pages of this book is used by using that canvas roll, and the texture that you see is of plaster of Paris. And then I've added a few ephemeras in the middle. This is exactly how she taught, and I almost followed her every step. These are plain pages. So these pages on one side, so I have mostly added the plaster on the back side of the canvas. So where you see this beige color, this is basically the back of the canvas, and this is the front of the canvas, which is already primed white. I haven't added any plaster here because I want to, if I want to add plaster in my artwork. So while working on the artwork, I have kept one side empty because I want to add the plaster of Paris while I am working on an art. And one side I have already done while preparing the book, so it's like little easy. One side is left and one side is done. Here I have also added some gauze for extra effect and scribbled through it while the plaster was wet. This is the front side of the canvas, and I have also plastered it, it seems. I don't remember. Yeah, so probably because this was the centerpiece, I wanted to do it. And this is a mesh wear tape, which I love a lot, which I've added as a texture also on this page. Here, this is a net fabric that I had, which I've pasted on the wet plaster, and some ephemeras, some vintage pages that I have added here. These are all loose pages that are added, just added them with a masking tape. I love all these scribbles. Have a look at them, all the scribbles up close. These are using various tools that I had at home already. I have tried to create some marks. This is some coffee dye paper, some more ephemeras added. Already too much done on this page. I don't know what I'm going to create out of this. Added some tissues. So basically this book, I wanted to create this book all about textures. So that is why even in this ephemera, I love this part. I've added some tissues. So while I'm painting, maybe I will work on this also a little more. These are done with some round objects. While the plaster was wet, I added and I stamped and I created this. These are little rust powder that have dropped on it while I was scribbling and mark making. I love the wind, like, you know, the old rugged look, the grungy look on this page. I am so excited to work on this book. I can't tell you. So I just wanted to film this video so that I have a visual of this book before I have started working on it. So the first initial look of the book, that's why I am creating this video, because I also want to have a look at it later, how it looks like before any artwork is done on it. So these are some coffee stains and this is some India ink black splatters. That's it, nothing much. There is no artwork done on this book yet, just a few marks here and there. Here also I think I dropped a few of the same ink here. And here is a folding ephemera. I loved this concept of the folding thing that she taught. Absolutely loved it. Love all the textures. It's so tactile. I just feel like opening and touching it for a really long time. Okay, let's move on. This little bit of plaster coming off. I think once I start painting, and then it's going to get all covered. Here is a small ephemera, and again I've added some tissue paper on the back to create textures. This is a text from a notebook that I have pasted here. Here I have glued the tracing paper, coffee dyed tracing paper, and I made some marks of botanicals while the plaster was wet. I think after adding the colors. Again, a page from a journal that I've added here. I don't know if I will be journaling here, but yeah, it looks so good, so I added it. This is a dictionary page, coffee dyed. And that's it. Reach the end. Here on the end also I've created a pocket using a tracing paper, and I've just kept few of the texture pages that I liked that I will be using while working on this journal. This is also a painting that I learned from Jean Oliver's site. She has another course called Mini Abstracts. These are all free courses, by the way, so you can go and check them out. These are all available on her website. And this is a book page that I've colored with watercolor. And this is again some junk packaging that I colored white and I kept here. Easy to add while working on this journal. And here is the end. I love the spine. It's not absolutely perfect like the way she did. She did it really nicely. But I had this and they are, you can see they have come up from the hole. But I still love all the imperfectness of this book. And oh my gosh, I am so in love with this book that I can't tell you. I don't know how I'm going to work on it, but I think I will. I want to mess it up more by creating some art. And yeah, here is the first look of my plaster book. And I guess I will be watching this video again and again. And so thank you so much if you joined me and stayed so far and watched the complete video. Let me know if you liked this plaster book and if you are feeling intrigued to give it a try. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions, thank you so much for watching this video.